From just off the shores of Lake Erie, EA Sports brings you coverage of the NFL from Cleveland Browns Stadium in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. Tonight we start Week 11 of the NFL season with a good one on tap, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cleveland Browns.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Gets this out wide to Pickens. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think, a guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
He finds his man, complete. That's Young. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 10 more there and another first down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. When you look at this Browns defense, they come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They get to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to it.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation. Down the right sideline. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. To the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. It's their quarterback with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game.
And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
This defense for the Steelers, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
And now an audible here into something else.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
There's your co-NFL record holder, T.J. Watt, doing what he does best, terrorizing quarterbacks.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Durant. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. 4 yards on the pickup there. Now they're left with a 3rd and 8. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. And now a low liner. I think he mishit him. Fielded just inside the 20. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll look to throw here. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Browns at 3-6 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Browns. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround What is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Now Roethlisberger.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Flush to his right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete.
These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the visiting Browns who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in Cleveland.
So second down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. He'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's short. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. They'll set up a throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Browns send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger, eluding the pressure right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what'll be an important third down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
To throw here, Roethlisberger.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down now. It's short, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 30. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
54 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
They'll run on 1st down. Short. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
2nd down and 8.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Looking to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the third phase, but you see here it can be the first phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On second down, Durant. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. Steps away. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on fourth down. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
On second down now. It's short, and he'll get it down to the play to the 37.
66 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. They'll set up to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Watts. Touchdown, Browns. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Browns are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On second down, here's the option.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Roethlisberger.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now again, right side, Durant.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 59 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And not much running room. Down to the 32.
Greg Newsome up to make the stop. From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 9.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
It's Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. They go play action with Roethlisberger. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And we'll see what he can do on the return. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll keep it on the ground. Short. And a 42-yard line here and brought down there. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. It's short. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. On the pick up there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Here's 2nd down and 3.
Up the middle they go. Short, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
They'll try the left side. It's short, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Back to throw. And it's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
C.D. Lamb.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Browns have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
That's caught at the 2. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Roethlisberger to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now.
Here's Roethlisberger. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Young. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
Here comes second down.
Throwing now is Roethlisberger. Flushed out right.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his home. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Now Roethlisberger will head to the line as his guys will go for 2. But he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here's 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw.
Completes to the Joker.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10.
He's back to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Back to throw. He's gotten the Joker, his big tight end. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28. And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to win. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Here's 1st down.
Hawk 70, 79 Broncos, Mustang 19.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. This is caught. And he's across for the touchdown. And it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. A try here for the extra point. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
A fun, close ball game.